Nova Joe here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a newly released game called Gundam Versus. Now, Gundam is a series that is very popular in Japan, but it's had some strides here. Back in the early 2000s, Cartoon Network brought it over, and it gained a little bit of popularity, but then faded away. And so, with all the games that we used to get on the PS2, and they just disappeared because the popularity had dwindled. Well, lo and behold, Namco Bandai decided, hey, let's release another Gundam game in the West. And we got Gundam Versus. Alright guys, Gundam Versus is a fighting game. It's a 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3 fighting game. And within this fighting game, there are 90-some mobile suits that you can choose from. And those mobile suits span from the original Gundam through Zeta, Double Zeta, Char's Counterattack, Unicorn, F91, and on and on. There is a mobile suit in here for everyone. Now, not only do you get to choose a mobile suit, but you also get to choose a Stryker. And a Stryker is a ally who you can call in a certain amount of times. Like right here, you can call this one in 3 times, or you can call the ball in 5 times. And a Stryker is a kind of a quick hit and disappear type guy. If you're getting beat on pretty bad, just call in your Stryker, and they can sometimes knock the enemy away from you. Now, there are several different game modes. You got Ultimate Battle, which acts as a survival mode, which can take you through 15 waves, 30 waves, or 50 waves, which range from easy, normal, to hard. You then have Trial Battle. Trial Battle is kind of like an arcade mode. There's 10 different routes that you can take, and within those routes, there's several different battles. And those also rank from easy, normal, hard, as well as an even harder difficulty than that. Free Battle, this is exactly what you think it is in a fighting game. This is where you pick your opponents and just go at it. And there's no repercussions for whether you win or lose. There's no ranking or anything there. Rank Match. This is online only. Within Rank Match, you go up against other opponents. You take on many different skill levels, and from what I can tell from my time online, it tries to match you with people of equal skill level. So Rank Match is where you kind of jump into when you start to feel comfortable. Casual Match, that's where you play when you don't feel comfortable with the game just yet. Casual Match is a fun little way for you to get your feet wet. Then you have Player Match. This is where you can go in and you can set up specific conditions and search for opponents within your skill level. And then Tutorial. It's kind of funny that Tutorial's at the bottom. This really should be at the top. I recommend everybody who picks up this game play through the tutorial, because the controls are something that you need to get used to. They do have a learning curve. You cannot view this as an action game. This is a fighting game. There are commands you need to input. There are different movements that you need to learn how to get the grasp of. And so I highly recommend doing the tutorial first. Next up, let's take a look at combat. Within the combat, you'll be facing a couple enemies at a time, and your objective is to take out those enemies before they take you out. You have a few different weapons at your disposal, and you need to get familiar with those weapons because you're going to need them within the match. Now, the way most matches, with the exception of survival, the way they take place is you have a 1,000-point meter. And within that meter, your mobile suit is worth a certain value. Like the Gundam here I'm playing as, he's worth 400 points. Well, every time you die, your meter decreases by that many points. And once your meter has decreased all the way down to 0, you lose. So the objective is, get your opponents down to 0 before they get you down to 0. And if you succeed, you win. Once a battle is over, you earn XP. And with that XP, you level up. Well, when you level up, as you can see here on the right hand side of this screen here, I have leveled the Gundam up to level 17. Well, it opens up a tree. Well, within that tree, you have pilots you can unlock, you have Strykers you can unlock, as well as titles and emblems that you can decorate for your online avatar. And as you can see here, with the Gundam, You then just scroll down and pick what you want, and at that point you have to use your GP. You also earn GP within the battle, so not only do you earn XP to level yourself up, but you earn GP to buy things with. So as you can see here, I've got 51,000 GP, and I can turn around and buy the white base emblem with it. Now for mobile suits, everything is unlocked already. There is no mobile suit that's locked away. What you see here, right here like the bound dock, these are DLC. You have to purchase them. That's one fault I see with this game, is that there are no unlockable mobile suits. Part of the fun, I think, in a game is progression. And when they give you the majority of everything right up front, it kind of takes away some of the replay value, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. That's me being more subjective than anything. So to be more objective, you've got a bunch of mobile suits to choose from, and what you do have the ability to unlock, as I said earlier, is pilots, strikers, as well as titles and emblems, and there's a lot of those to get. Okay, most of you are probably wondering what my opinion is on this game. So I need to put this into two different categories. One, single player content. And two, multiplayer content. Single player content, it has some. Not a lot, but some. It has the Ultimate Battle Survival Mode, which is what I'm playing right now, as well as the Trial Mode, which is a 10-route arcade mode, I should say. And it does come in multiple difficulties, so those of you who are Gundam fans and just want some single player content, it does have single player content, but it doesn't have a ton of it. What this game is a multiplayer game at heart. So, those of you who are thinking, well, okay, I'll just play some multiplayer offline. Well, you got to get that out of your head. There is no offline multiplayer. There is online only multiplayer. And there is a nice community to the multiplayer. You have multiple different skill levels. So, what I recommend is look at yourself. What are you more in here for? Single player content or multiplayer content? If you're here for multiplayer content, pick it up. If you're here for single player content, only pick it up if you're a huge Gundam fan. Like I said, it does have some single player content. It is repetitious, but it is fun, and it does have some longevity to it. And you can play online with your friends in the survival mode, as well as I think you can play, well, no, not the trial mode, just the survival mode. You can play online with friends in that. So guys, look at yourself. Like I said, what are you wanting out of this game? Multiplayer, pick it up. Single player, only pick it up if you're a huge Gundam fan. So alright guys, that is my opinion on Gundam Verse. So ask me any questions you want to in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to give you my view on it. So alright guys, as always, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming.